because Josh has done 5, and it's other than the one moron. They can't. They say, Dan, you really want, but Dan, it'd be better if we don't. Okay, I says, cool. That's cool. They're beyond giving back. I'm surprised any of them do it ever. Really. Play it forward or that horse shit, whatever that fucking thing is, play it forward. That's all in the movies. Because they can only take so much. And so somebody, he told me, he says, I don't know how you do this 25 years. I don't. But it's always the same questions. What's the takeaway about Josh? If any takeaway? Other than does he look, how old does he look? Yeah. Okay. Yes, sir.
Making sure that there are enough targets.
That won't be for every, depending on what you pivot into, because most of your deals are shit, so you're not going to stay where you are, But depending on where you pivot into, that's not a problem. Yes, sir.
It's interesting how his efforts have now compounded back to him. So he's now getting referrals. So he's now getting deals, just because people know he can finance deals.
And initially, it's your board, accountants, and lawyers that steer you. Now, the accountants and the lawyers and the board are going to be apprehensive in the beginning because they don't, even though they're there because of the free equity, they don't want. They're in the golden years. These directors, staying out of trouble. They're in the golden years of not fucking up too much. And the last thing they need is for you to fuck their careers up. So they may be slow in giving you information. They may be slow in giving you referrals. So they see you do something. And you can't blame them. Just look at you. And the first few people that you're going to talk to, you're going to talk poorly. Not poorly about them, but you're not going to be able to communicate effectively. And so then they're going to fuck, and then they still may go join your board as part of your dream team, but they're gonna fucking wait and see. Let's see him get the accountants on his own. But it's a building block process. By the time, when we show you a chart in a couple of days, when we show you the actual formula, you will have made, if you follow the steps, you will have made at least 100 presentations. At least 100 presentations before you, probably closer to 150 presentations before you sit down with the first motivated seller. And then you'll be smooth as baby shit. We got a guy who 22 banks he called on. They all said no. The 23rd, 24th, 25th, 26th, and 27th said yes. Why?
He got better at presenting.
Yes, sir. He was, it was like diarrhea coming out of his mouth, and by the time he got down, he was a smooth son of a gun. If you want to see how, and I tell the YouTube guys this, tape your conversations. If you want some real shock therapy, tape your conversations, and if you really want some shock therapy, film them. You will never be the same human being again. Never. As poor as his English is, and you'll do fine. Now you're from Vienna? Linz. Hey, well, okay. He will sound like Lord Olivier compared to your first presentation in English. He is motherfucking Lord Olivier. Sir Lawrence Olivier. No, Lord Olivier. He used to be Sir. He is Lord Olivier compared to your first presentation. I don't care what you think. See, nobody's ever told you. It's like the guy that I was taking elocution lessons that nobody ever told me I couldn't speak English. He's 44 fucking years old. And nobody has ever had the kindness to say, you can't speak English, asshole. Because they didn't want to hurt his feelings. So they let him be a clubfoot, Quasimodo, for 44 fucking years. That's wrong. Well, I tell you, well, you're all... No fucking Lord Olivier's in this fucking room. It's not even close. You're all Quasimodos to me. You can't talk, you can't articulate, you can't say a fucking thing. You ask the same fucking question over and over again. You know who Quasimodo is? The Hunchback of Notre Dame? The bill! The bill! You're Quasi-fucking-Modo. He is Lord Olivier compared to you when you pitch your first guy. So I tell you to practice. Don't pick the guy you want to be your anchor chairman to talk to you first. Don't. But you're going to anyway, I'll bet my balls on it. Because you got a cousin who's got a brother who's got a nephew, right? Because you want a shortcut. There is no shortcuts in life, assholes. You only get one motherfucking chance. So the guy did 22 presentations, 25, 26, 27, 28. All the banks said yes. God, what do I do now? Yeah, on his weekly report. And he started like 300 miles away from where he was going to do business. 300. And then he got them all. But I mean, and he is a numerate guy. This is an Ivy League MBA. You stack up against, this is an Ivy League MBA. Articulate guy. Because you're doing something that you've never done before. It's like golf. Not many people, like I said earlier, break 100 the first time on the golf course. And you're going to be no different. But it's the only game in town to build generational wealth with no money. Zero. And that's everybody. At least I was reading thank you notes this morning. Thanks, Kat, for sending me them. I mean, I want to cry when I read some of these things. But my whole life, we've had people save their whole fucking life to come here. And you're here. So don't squander it. I mean, the shit works. What else about Josh?
Great time management.
He makes, not in this, he makes 30 to 50 cold calls a day in between his meetings. In between. He went back to school, must be his mom. He had never had he never went to school, home school, right? And now he's going to graduate this month. In his spare time, he went and got a 4-year degree. In his spare time. And I bet you he graduated number 1 in his class. I haven't asked him. In his spare time. He learned to code over a weekend because he needed a job. Over a weekend. He says, that's no big deal. You put in 60, 80 hours and anybody can code. According to him. I always said coding was a jerk off. But he's laser beam focused, this fucking little kid. He doesn't have all the distractions. What else? He looks young.
He doesn't overcomplicate it.
Amen to that. He doesn't overcomplicate. It's not complicated. It's, as my daughter's easy peasy. I don't know how they ask questions about things that don't exist. That's another thing. They ask questions about things that don't exist. Not that don't matter. They don't exist even. Because you're so afraid shitless. I don't know if you can really get shit. I know you can be afraid and you shit. But I don't know if you can be so scared you can't shit. I don't know. But I mean, yes, sir.
I have a question based on something you said. How do you know if there's enough targets in a given industry? I mean, what is there a benchmark?
Well, I mean, in his industry, there's 31,000 of them. In Frank's industry, what did he say? 3,000. That's enough. Believe me, that's enough.
The audio deal flow brought to life.
Pardon?
The audio deal flow,
Yeah.
picture deal flow brought to life.
Yeah, I mean, but don't look at the deal flow. It's all there. The link. Don't look at deal flow. Don't look at it. It's all there. It's dead fucking simple. And I wish I had some shit to sell now. I wish I did. Upsell, side sell, fuck. I mean, I wish I could be like all the other whores. I feel left out. I really do. I tell them whenever I see them, I feel left out. I got nothing fucking to put on sale. They don't think that's funny. The guys that we've been, they don't think that is funny. That goes over like a turd in a punch bowl when I rip on them. No, Sally and I are going to double our charity gifts next year. Instead of going on sale, we're going to double the money we give away. That kills them. Happily, for me. I bet you I could give to some of you e-commerce guys, you could figure out 5, 7, 8, 10 different products I could sell. Then I could have affiliate groups. Ooh! I'd go fucking crazy. Affiliates. Ooh, this is what I need. An affiliate conference. Ooh! We do it in Las Vegas. To be my affiliate, you got to jump off the fucking tower. That's to put in your application to be an affiliate for me. You got to jump from the fucking whatever that fucking thing I jumped from. Just for me to take your application. Doesn't get you in the deal. That'll eliminate 98% of everybody, maybe more. Yeah, affiliate. That sounds good. I like the sound of that. Then do you have little affiliate managers too? Who manages the affiliates? Does somebody manage affiliates? No? Oh, well, I'm sure. What else about Josh? Now you all look stunned. I mean, see, now you look stunned. You've seen the kid. He's 100 of you combined. One little fucking skinny kid. Thank you, Josh. Thank you, Allah, for sending. You know, I was due for another superstar. I was due. Had to wait 25 fucking years, but I was due. And that girl that was asking him those questions, when we're not on YouTube, I'll give you more information about that. But it's unbelievable. I mean, some of the people should just bleed out, like the Romans did in a bathtub. And if you're going to kill yourself, you slice them all the way up your arm, not this bullshit, and just bleed out in the bathtub. You should just bleed out. Or cremate. You shouldn't. I don't want you to be a cost to the country or the city or the county you live in. So however you can do it that you don't cost the government any money, any taxpayer money. I don't know how to do that. Maybe jump in a fire pit or, I don't know. How can you kill yourself and not cost the government money? You can't see this on YouTube, but so see that not everybody deserves to be around kids. Your parents lied to you. You weren't a gift from heaven. Anything else on Josh?
Very quick qualification of the opportunity.
Yes, sir.
Spending any time.
And to hear him say, I don't want to waste time, and it kills me. When he gets dressed up, though, he still looks like a kid. He still looks like a kid. Now there, he looked like a real kid. He looked like a real kid. Okay, YouTube. Goodbye. We'll talk to you later.